Okay. Is it centered?
Yes.
Vandeham Shri Gurun Shriyata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakanaraganutam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vitamscha Om Ajnana Timaranda Shagyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuramilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhishtam Sapurakam Gurganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujwalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divyad Bhagavat Prem Noe Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandavananam Balaka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Mandetam Shubharam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishwara Sridharam Vanshakopatarubyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Namo Mahavananyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Prabhupada. This is Madhya-lila chapter 22, abhidheya, the process of devotional service. Text 114. Vividanga sadhana bhaktir bahuta bishtar sankepe kohiye kichu Saranangasar. I shall say something about the various practices of devotional service, which is expounded in so many ways. I wish to speak briefly of the essential practices. Guru Parashraya Dika Guru Sevan Saddharma Shikha Pritya Sadhu Marganugaman. On the path of regulative devotional service, one must observe the following items. 1. One must accept a bona fide spiritual master. 2. One must accept initiation from him. 3. One must serve him. 4. One must receive instructions from the spiritual master and make inquiries in order to learn devotional service. 5. One must follow in the footsteps of the previous acharyas and follow the directions given by the spiritual master. Krishna Pritye Bhogatya Krishna Tirte Bas Javan Nirvaha Pratigraha Ekadasi Upavas. The next steps are as follows. 6. One should be prepared to give up everything for Krishna's satisfaction, and one should also accept everything for Krishna's satisfaction. 7. One must live in a place where Krishna is present, a city like Mathura, like Vrindavan or Mathura or a Krishna temple. 8. One should acquire a livelihood that is just sufficient to keep body and soul together. 9. One must fast on the Ekadasi day. Datri, so fast for us means the following anukalpa, not taking any grains. Okay. Datri Ashwata Go Vipra Vaishnava Pujan Seva Nama Paradadi Dure Visarjan. 10. One should worship datri trees, banyan trees, cows, Brahmins, and devotees of Lord Vishnu. 11. One should avoid offenses against devotional service in the holy name. There are 10 items in the beginning of devotional service up to the point of worshipping the datri trees, banyan trees, cows, Brahmins, and devotees of Lord Vishnu. The 11th item is to avoid offenses when rendering devotional service and chanting the holy names. Avaishnava Sangatyaga Bahut Sishya Nakuriba Bahugranta Kalabhyasa Bhyakyana Marjiva. The 12th item is to give up the company of non-devotees. 13. One should not accept an unlimited number of disciples. 14. One should not partially study many scriptures just to be able to give references and expand explanations. So Srila Govinda Maharaj has said, when we're asked to read a book, that will be bhakti. If we're not asked to read a book, a devotional service, just to acquire some, knowledge. He said that may be gyan or that may even be karma. So, but that's Srila Govinda Maharaj and Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada, they've given us so many books and instructions about reading them, so there's no shortage of books that one can study. Hani labe sama shokadira basana hoiba anya deva anya shastra nindana koriva. 15. The devotee should treat loss and gain equally. 16. And that's explained in Bhagavad Gita. Na shochati na kangshati. One should not be of the mood of lusting after acquiring more mundane objects or material possessions, and one should not lament when losing something. Meaning material again. The devotee should treat loss and gain equally. 16. The devotee should not be overwhelmed by lamentation. 17. The devotee should not worship demigods, nor should he disrespect them. Similarly, the devotee should not study or criticize other scriptures. That was, I guess. Okay. Vishnu Vaishnava Ninda Gramya Bharta Nashuniba Pranimatre Manobhakye Udvegan Nadiba. 18. The devotee should not hear Lord Vishnu or his devotees blaspheme. 19. The devotee should avoid reading or hearing newspapers or mundane books that contain stories of love affairs between men and women and subjects palatable to the senses. 20. Neither by mind nor words should the devotee cause anxiety to any living entity, regardless of how insignificant that person may be. Yeah, I said how insignificant he may be, but living entity can include any living entity. Maybe animals, maybe plants, maybe even insects. Neither by mind nor word should the devotee cause anxiety to any living entity, regardless of how insignificant that living entity may be. Shravan, Kirtan, Smaran, Pujan, Bandhana, Paricharya, Dasya, Sakya, Atmanivedana. After one is established in devotional service, the positive actions are 1. Hearing, 2. Chanting, remembering, worshipping, praying, serving, accepting servitorship, becoming a friend, and surrendering fully. So, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Pujanam, Bandhanam, Paricharya, Dasya, Sakya, Atmanivedana. Hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, praying, serving, accepting servitorship, becoming a servant of the Lord, becoming a friend, and surrendering fully. So, becoming a friend of the Lord and surrendering fully. Agrinitya Gita Vigyapti Dandavanati Abhyudhana Anubraja Tirtha Grihegati. One should also dance before the deity, sing before the deity, open one's mind to the deity, offer obeisances to the deity, stand up before the deity and the spiritual master just to show them respect, follow the deity of the spiritual master, and visit different places of pilgrimage, or go see the deity in the temple. Pardon me. Parikrama Stavapata Japa Sankirtan Dupamaya Ganda Mahaprasada Bhojan. One should circumambulate the temple, recite various prayers, chant softly, chant congregationally, smell the incense and flower garlands offered to the deity, and eat the remnants of food offered to the deity. Now here it says one should circumambulate the temple, recite various prayers, and then 19 it says chant softly. Actually, the word here used is japa. One should chant japa. Okay? That's what it says. Chant softly means chant japa, chant on your beads. chant congregationally, doing Sankirtan, smell the incense and flower garlands offered to the deity, obviously after they're offered, and eat the remnants of food offered to the deity. Take prasadam. Aratrika Mahotsava Shrimurti Darshan Nija Priya Dana Dhyana Tadiya Sevan. One should attend arti and festivals, see the deity, present what is very dear to oneself to the deity, meditate on the deity, and serve those related to the Lord. Now, to serve those related to the Lord will be explained here in the following verse. Tadiya tulasi Vaishnava matura bhagavat Charyara Seva hoy Krishnera abhimat. So serve those related to the Lord. Tadiya means the tulsi leaves, the devotees of Krishna, the birthplace of Krishna, Mathura, and the Vedic literature, Srimad Bhagavatam. Also include in that Chaitanya Charitamrita and other scriptures given by our spiritual masters. Krishna is very eager to see his devotees serve Tulsi, Vaishnavas, Mathura, and Bhagavatam. Or here, Bhagavat meaning Vaishnava literature. Krishna arte akila cheshta tat kripa valokan janma dinari mahotsava loya bhaktagan. One should perform all endeavors for Krishna. One should look forward to his mercy. One should partake of various ceremonies with devotees, ceremonies like Lord Krishna's birthday, Janmashtami, or Ramachandra's birthday. Sarvata Sarvana Pati Kartikari Brat Chatu Shashti Anga E Parama Mahatva. One should surrender to Krishna in all respects. One should observe particular vows like Kartik Vrata. These are some of the 64 important items of devotional service, which Mahaprabhu is explaining to Sanatan Goswami. What are the important items? Now, Sanatan Goswami will expand that in his books. So he's receiving from Krishna an explanation, very direct and brief, which points are important to emphasize and present in terms of showing the path of devotional service. Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtan Bhagavata Shravan Mathura Vasa Srimurtir Shraddhaya Sevan. One should associate with devotees, chant the holy name of the Lord, hear Srimad Bhagavatam, reside at Mathura, and worship the deity with faith and veneration. So associating with the devotees, chant the holy name of the Lord, hear Srimad Bhagavatam, or hear scriptures, Chaitanya Charitamrita or other scriptures. Reside at Mathura. That can also, residing at Mathura is Mathura Vrindavan. But also we say if one resides at a temple or visits a temple, that will also go towards fulfilling that essential quality of devotional service. And worship the deity with faith and veneration. Sakala Sarana Shrestha E Pancha Anga Krishna Prema Janma E Pancharalpa Sangha. These 5 limbs of devotional service are the best of all. Even a slight performance of these 5 awakens love for Krishna. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur points out that there are 35 items up to the point of observing special vows in the month of Kartik. To these 35 items, another 4 are added, namely marking tilak on different parts of the body, writing the names of the Lord all over the body. So which accomplished if you just mark your body with tilak. Accepting the deity's garland and accepting Charanamrita. These 4 items are understood to be included by Kaviraj Goswami within Archan, worship of the deity. Although these items are not mentioned here, they are to be added to the previous 35 items. Thus the total number becomes 39. To these 39 should be added 5 others: association with devotees chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, reading Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, residing in Mathura, the birthplace of Krishna, and worshipping the deity with great respect and veneration. There are 39 items plus these 5 come to a total of 44. If we add the previous 24 items to these 34, the total number becomes 64. The 5 items mentioned above repeat previously mentioned items. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami writes, Anganam Panchakashyasya Purva Vilikhitasya Cha Nikila Shraistya Bodhaya Punar Apiyatra Shamanam. The glorification of these 5 items, association with devotees, chanting the holy name, and so on, is to make known the complete superiority of these 5 practices of devotional service. The 64 items of devotional service include all the activities of the body, mind, and senses. Thus, the 64 items engage one in devotional service in all respect. And the 5 items that are being emphasized here: association with devotees, chanting the holy name, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and Vaishnava literatures, residing at Mathura or in the temple, visiting the temple, etc., and worship the deity with faith and veneration. Shraddha Visheshata Priti Shri Murtir Angri Sevane. With love and faith, with love and full faith, one should worship the lotus feet of the deity. Srimad Bhagavatartanam Ashvadol Rasikai Saha Sajatiya Shaye Snigde Sado Sangha Svatobare. One should taste the meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of pure devotees, and one should associate with the devotees who are more advanced than oneself and who are endowed with a similar type of affection for the Lord. So Srila Govinda Maharaj, he said, if one's going to read or study the Sri Chaitanya the Srimad Bhagavatam, he said ideally the Srimad Bhagavatam should be done under the guidance of one's guru. But Srila Govinda Maharaj told, I believe, Parvat Maharaj, that if you're going to read the Srimad Bhagavatam, then read every word. Read the verses, read the purports, read everything, and don't skip anything. Nama Sankirtanam Shriman Mathura Mandale Stiti. One should congregationally chant the holy name of the Lord and reside in Vrindavan. One should do Nama Sankirtan, and one should associate with devotees. Duru hadbhutas viryasmin shraddha durestu bhanshake yatra svalpopi sanbandha shaddiyam bhavajanmane. The power of these 5 principles is very wonderful and difficult to understand. Even without faith in them, a person who is offenseless can awaken one's dormant love of Krishna simply by being a little connected with him. Eka anga sade keho sade bahu anga nishta hoile upajai Primera taranga. When one is firmly fixed in devotional service, whether one executes one or many processes of devotional service, the waves of love of Godhead will awaken. So if you cannot, if one is, even if one is negligent and can't execute these things, but if one, if one can only properly execute one of the items, that will still help. So When one is firmly fixed in devotional service, whether one executes one or many processes of devotional service, the waves of love of God will awaken. Ek ange Sri Bhaila Bahu Bhakta Gan Ambari Shari Bhaktir Bahu Angas Saran. There are many devotees who execute only one of the 9 processes of devotional service, which is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasham, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. So, hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, becoming a servant of the Lord, making friends with the devotees, surrendering everything. Ek ange Siddhi Paila Bahu Bhaktagan Ambarishadi Bhaktir Bahu Angasaran. There are many devotees who execute only one of the 9 processes of devotional service. Nonetheless, they get ultimate success. Devotees like Maharaj Ambarish execute all 9 items, and they also get ultimate success. Shri Vishnu Shravane Parikshid Abhavad Vayasaki Kirtane Pralada Smarane Tad Angri Bhajane Lakshmi Pritu Pujane Akroras Tvabi Bandhane Kapi Patir Dashyata Sahayer Juna Sarva Svatma Nivedane Balir Adbhut Krishnaptir Aishambara. Maharaj Parikshit attained the highest perfection, shelter at Lord Krishna's lotus feet, simply by hearing about Lord Vishnu. Sukadeva Goswami attained affection simply by reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj attained perfection by remembering the Lord, or always meditating on the Lord. The goddess of fortune attained perfection by massaging the transcendental legs of Mahavishnu. Maharaj Prithu attained perfection by worshipping the deity, and Akrura attained perfection by offering prayers unto the Lord. Vajragaji, Hanuman, attained perfection by rendering service to Lord Ramachandra, and Arjuna attained perfection simply by being Krishna's friend. Bali Maharaj attained perfection by dedicating everything to the lotus feet of Krishna. Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunanuvarnane Karo Harer Mandira Marjanadishu Shrutim Shakar Chuta Sadgatodaye Mukunda Lingalaya Mukunda Lingalaya Darshane Drisho Tadbritya Sparashenga Sangamam Gramam Jatatpara Saroja Sorabe Srimat Tulasya Rasanam Tadarpite Parohare Chetra Padanus Sharpane Shiro Rishikesha Padabin Vandane Kamam Cha Dasya Natu Kamakam Yaya Yetotama Shloka Janashraya Rati. Maharaj Ambarish always engaged his mind at the lotus feet of Krishna, his words in describing the spiritual world and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his hands in cleansing and washing the Lord's temple, his ears in hearing topics about the Supreme Lord, his eyes in seeing the deity of Lord Krishna in the temple, his body in embracing Vaishnavas or touching their lotus feet, his nostrils in smelling the aroma of the tulsi leaves offered to Krishna's lotus feet, his tongue tasting food offered to Krishna, his legs in going to places of pilgrimage like Vrindavan and Mathura, or to the Lord's temple, his head in touching the lotus feet of the Lord and offering him obeisances, and his desires in serving the Lord faithfully. In this way, Maharaj Ambarish engaged his senses in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. As a result, he awakened his dormant loving propensity for the Lord's service. So he was in Maharaj. Some devotees like Maharaj Parikshit, success in hearing. Sukadeva Goswami, his success was always in speaking the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then, like this, different devotees may engage in only one process and attain success, and then it gives the example of Maharaj Ambarish, who did all 9 processes of devotional service. Kamatyaji Krishna Bhaje Shastra Agyamani Deva Rishi Pitradikar Kabu Nahirani. If a person gives up all material desires and completely engages in the transcendental loving service of Krishna as enjoyed in the revealed scriptures, that person is never indebted to the demigods, sages, or forefathers. Devarshi Bhutaptanrinam Vitrinam Tadkingaro Nayam Rinichad Rajan Sarvatmanaya Shranan Sarvatmaya Sharanam Sharanyam Gato Mukundam Pariyuritakartam. So I'll read it again. Devarshi Bhutapta Nrinam Vitrinam Nakingaro Nayam Rinicharajan Sarvatmanaya Sharanam Sharanyam Gato Mukundam Paririthyakartam. One who has given up all material desires and taken full shelter at the lotus feet of Mukunda, who gives shelter to all, is not indebted to the demigods, great sages, ordinary living beings, relatives, friends, mankind, or even one's forefathers who have passed away. So one has no debt to any of them. Let's see how much. Oh. Let's see. Vididharmachari bhaje Krishnara charan nishira prapanchare tara kabu nahiman. Although the pure devotee does not follow all regulative principles of varnashrama, he worships the lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore, he naturally has no tendency to commit sin. Ajnanena hojari pap upashtita Krishna tare shradakori nakoraya prayaschita. If, however, a devotee accidentally becomes involved in a sinful activity, Krishna purifies that person. He does not have to undergo the regulative forms of atonement. If, however, a devotee accidentally becomes involved in a sinful activity, Krishna purifies him. He then does not have to undergo the regulative form of atonement. Swaparamulam bhajata priyasya Chaitanya bhavasya hari paresha vikarma yaj chatpatitam katanshid dunoti sarvam muridi sanivishta. One who has given up everything and taken full shelter at the lotus feet of Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is very dear to Krishna. If he is involved in some sinful activity by accident, the Supreme Lord, who is seated within everyone's heart, removes his sins without difficulty. Jnana vairagyari bhaktir kabu nahi anga ahimsa yamaniyamadi bore Krishna bhakta sangha. Okay. Jnane vairagyari bhaktir kabuna hyanga ahimsa jama niyamade bule krishna bhakta sangha. The path of devotional service and renunciation is not essential for devotional service. The path of speculative knowledge and renunciation is not essential for devotional service. You don't have to engage yourself in jnana and renunciation, in speculative knowledge and renunciation. Indeed, good qualities such as nonviolence and control of the mind and senses automatically accompany a devotee of Lord Krishna. Tasman mad bhakti yuktasya yogino vai mad atmana na jnanam na cha vairagyam praya shreya babed iha. For one who is fully engaged in my devotional service, whose mind is fixed on me, in Bhakti Yoga, the path of speculative knowledge and dry renunciation is not very beneficial. Etena I adbhuta vyada tava himsa dayoguna hari bhakto pravrittaye nateshu paratapina. O hunter, good qualities like non-violence, which you have developed, are not very astonishing, for those who are engaged in the Lord's devotional service are never inclined to give pain to others because of envy. This is a quotation from the Skanda Purana. It was spoken by Narad Muni to the reformed hunter Mrigari. Mrigari, the name means enemy of the animals, and he liked to give pain to living entities, but when he met with Narad Muni, his whole nature became changed and he gave up the hunting profession. Vaidhi Bhakti Sadhanera Koilun Vivaran Raganuga Bhaktir Lakan Suna Sanatan. My dear Sanatan, I have now in detail described devotional service according to the regulative principles. Now hear from me about spontaneous devotional service and its characteristics. Let me see now. We have how many more verses? 19. Okay. Ragatmika Bhakti Mukha Brajabasi Jane Taranugata Bhaktir Raganuga Name. The original inhabitants of Vrindavan are attached to Krishna spontaneously in devotional service. Nothing can compare to such spontaneous devotional service, which is called Ragatmika Bhakti. When a devotee follows in the footsteps of the devotees of Vrindavan, his devotional service is called Raganuga Bhakti. Iste Svarshiki Raga, Iste Svarasiki Raga, Parama Vishtata Bhaved, Tanmaya Bhaved Bhakti, Shastra Satra Ragatmikodita. Okay. When one becomes attached to the Lord, one's natural inclination to love is fully absorbed in thoughts of the Lord. That is called attachment, and devotional service according to that attachment is called Ragatmika, or spontaneous devotional service. Iste Gara Trishna Ragar Swarupa Lakan Iste Abhistata Etatasta Lakan. The primary characteristic of spontaneous love is deep attachment for the Lord. Absorption in thought of Him is a marginal characteristic. Ragamai Bhaktir Hoy Ragatmika Nam Tahashuni Lubda Hoy Kona Bhagyavan. Thus, devotional service which consists of raga, deep attachment, is called Ragatmika, spontaneous loving service. Thus, devotional service which consists of raga, deep attachment, is called Ragatmika, spontaneous loving service. If a devotee covets such a position, he is to be considered to be most fortunate. Thus, devotional service which consists of raga, deep attachment, is called ragatmika, spontaneous loving service. If a devotee covets such a position, he is considered to be most fortunate. Lobe braja rasir bhave koreyanu gati shastra jukti nahimane raganugar prakriti. If one follows in the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vrindavan out of such transcendental covetousness, if one follows in the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vrindavan out of such transcendental covetousness, he does not care for the injunctions or meanings or reasonings of Shastra. That is the way of spontaneous love. Chira jantim abhivyaktam brajabasi janadishu ragatmikam anushrita yasa raganu goichate. Devotional service in spontaneous love is vividly expressed and manifested by the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Devotional service that accords with their devotional service is called Raganuga Bhakti, or devotional service following the path of spontaneous loving service. So now we heard about following the rules and regulations of devotional service previously. Now, these have two purposes. It is said that positive injunctions, like one should do this and one should do that, are to always remember Krishna. And the negative injunctions that one should not do this and one should not do that are so that one will not forget Krishna. So positive will lead to remembrance of Krishna, and avoiding negative things helps one not forget Krishna. So let's see. Tattad bhavadi madhurye shrute diryad apekshate naira shastram na yuktim cha talobat lobotpati lakshanam. When an advanced realized devotee hears about the affairs of the devotees of Vrindavan in the mellows of Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya, or Shanta is like meditation, neutrality, Dasya, servitorship, Sakya, friendship, Vatsalya, becoming an elder who takes care of the Lord, either as a father, mother, uncle, aunt, some teacher like that. In Vrindavan they exist. That's called Vatsalya Ras. And a lover of the Lord, like the gopis. When an advanced realized devotee hears about the affairs of the devotees of Vrindavan in the mellows of Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya, he becomes inclined in one of these ways, and his intelligence becomes attracted. Indeed, he begins to covet that particular type of devotion. When such covetousness is awakened, one's intelligence no longer depends on the instructions of Shastra, revealed scripture, or on logic and argument. Baya antar ihar duita sadan baye sadakak dehe kore shravana kirtan mane nija siddhadeho korea baban ratri dine kore braje krishnara sevan. There are two processes by which one may execute the Raganuga Bhakti, external and internal. When self-realized, the advanced devotee externally remains like a neophyte and executes all the Shastric injunctions, especially those concerning hearing and chanting. But within his mind, in his original purified self-realized position, he serves Krishna in Vrindavan in his particular way. He serves Krishna 24 hours a day, all day and night. So I'm trying to finish this chapter, a few more verses. Where is it? Seva sadaka rupena siddha rupena chatrahi tadbhava lipsuna karya braja lokanu sharata Seva sadaka rupena siddha rupena chatrahi tadbhava lipsuna karya braja lokanu sharata. The advanced devotee who is inclined to spontaneous loving service should follow the activities of a particular associate of Krishna's in Vrindavan. He should execute service externally as a regulated devotee as well as internally from his self-realized position. Thus he should perform devotional service both externally and internally. So the general formula given here is an advanced devotee executes the process as if he were a beginning devotee, and internally one engages in one's self-realized position in relationship to the Lord. Nija bhishta Krishna preshta pacheta lagiya nirantara sevakori antarmana hoya. Actually, the inhabitants of Vrindavan are very dear to Krishna. If one wants to engage in spontaneous loving service, one must follow the inhabitants of Vrindavan and constantly engage in devotional service within one's mind. Krishnam smaram janam shasya preshtam nija samihitam tattat katara taschaso kuryad vasam braje sada. The devotee should always think of Krishna within himself and should choose a very dear devotee who is a servitor of Krishna in Vrindavan. One should constantly engage in topics about that servitor and his his or her loving relationship with Krishna. And one should live in Vrindavan. If one is physically unable to go to Vrindavan, one should mentally live there. Dasya Sakya Putrade Preyasiragan Ragamarga Nija Nija Bhaviraganan. Krishna has many types of devotees. Some are servants, some are friends, some are parents, and some are conjugal lovers. Devotees who are situated in one of these attitudes of spontaneous love according to their choice are considered to be on the path of spontaneous loving service. Na karhichin matpara shantarupe nang shanti no me nimisho lady heti Yeshamaham priyatma sutascha sakka guru surido daivamishtam. My dear mother Devahuti, O emblem of peace, my weapon, the disc of time, never vanquishes those for whom I am very dear, for whom I am the supersoul, son, friend, spiritual master, well-wisher, worshipable deity, and desired goal. Since the devotees are always attached to me, they are never vanquished by the agents of time. Pati putra surid bratri pitrivan mitravad darim ye jayanti sadoyuktas tebyo piha namo nama. Let me offer my respectful obeisances again and again to those who always eagerly meditate upon the Lord as a husband, son, friend, brother, father, or intimate friend. As a casual friend, or less intimate friend, let's say. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto again and again to those who are always meditate upon the Supreme Lord as a husband, son, friend, brother, father, or intimate friend. E mata kore jeva raganuga bhakti krishnera charane tara upajay priti. If one engages in spontaneous loving service to the Lord, one's affection for the lotus feet of Krishna gradually increases. Priti ankure rati bhavahoy duinam jaha hoite basahana Sri Bhagavan. In the seed of affection there is attachment which goes by two names, Rati and Bhava. The Supreme Lord comes under the control of such attachment. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments on this verse. Essentially, a devotee performs all the items of devotional service in 9 different ways, beginning with Shravan and Kirtan, hearing and chanting. and within his mind he always thinks of his eternal relationship with Krishna and follows in the footsteps of the devotees of Vrindavan. If one engages oneself in the service of Radha and Krishna in this way, one can transcend the regulative principles enjoined in the Shastras, and through one's spiritual master, fully engaged in rendering spontaneous love to Krishna. Through his spiritual, finally engaging in rendering spontaneous love to Krishna. In this way, one attains affection at the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna actually comes under the control of such spontaneous feelings, and ultimately one can attain association with the Lord. Ja hoite pai Krishna prema sevan aita kohilun abhidheya vivaran. That by which one can attain loving service to the Lord I have described in detail as the execution of devotional service called abhidheya. Abhidheya sadhana bhakti ebe kohilun sanatan sankepi kohilun vishtar najai varnan. My dear Sanatan, I have briefly described the process of devotional service and practice, which is the means for establishing My dear Sanatan, I have briefly described the process of devotional service and practice, which is the means for obtaining love of Krishna. It cannot be described broadly. Abhidheya sadhana bhakti shuni jai jan achirat pai se Krishna premadan dandavat. Whoever hears this description of the process of practical devotional service is very soon attains shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna in love and affection. Sri Rupa Raghunath Padejara As Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishna Das. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I Krishna Das narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus, and the Bhakti Vedanta reports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya-lila, 22nd chapter, describing abhidheya, the execution of devotional service. Now I'll sing Hari Haraya. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama. Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinath Manana Mohan. Vansa Parikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Jakacharyashta Tara Sadashi Shimad Shila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Paramajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Shimad Shila Bhakti Rakakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Shila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Shila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Jayom Vishnupad Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Sripad Bhakti Chandan Parvat Maharaj Ki Jai. Sripad Pushta Krishna Prabhu Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.